This philosophy has a vision, and part of that vision is to see a world that works for everyone. A world known as a global heart. A world where people come together and share resources and share love. And it's interesting because it seems that as we try to do that, the things that we don't know still scare us. I'm talking about common humanity. And so even the lighting of these candles for all these different faiths, the celebrations that are happening right now. The first one that Pat lit was for paganism. For some people, that's a very scary word. If you grew up hearing that pagans were somehow scary, bad people. They're just people who lived out in Mother Nature. As you hear, as we moved up, you got way up here to Islam. Right now, there's a whole lot of propaganda going on, trying to scare you about Islam. To me, that just speaks to how much we still need to know each other. As we work towards a world called a global heart, it means we have to get to know other people. We live in our own little world, in our own little bubble sometimes. And so tonight, let's begin to expand something inside of us that says, even just a little bit, I'm going to cease being afraid of these other traditions. And I will open my heart and maybe try to understand just a little bit of what somebody else experiences. These are just the celebrations taking place this time of year. It doesn't even account for all the beautiful things taking place. Different symbolism from different religions. I love it. I'm beginning to expand my understanding of that, as well as understanding even just people right here who grew up around me, who feel differently about the holidays. There's many people who love this time of year. They love celebrating their own tradition, whatever that is. So for many, many people on this part of the world, we're celebrating Christmas. We're celebrating Hanukkah. Those are the two predominant ones that we're celebrating. For many people, they have great memories of coming together with family, coming together with friends. People who say, oh my gosh, Christmas is the best time of year. People who love the songs and the traditions and the lights on their homes and who actually love all the shopping. I know so much. That really have great memories of presents around the tree and lavish meals around beautiful decorated tables. People who love the sights and the sounds and do everything they can to go observe them. People whose memories from the time they were little were memories of family. And then I'm also very, very aware of people who didn't have that. For people whose memories were not so wonderful about the holidays. People whose childhood memories were not very good. People whose families maybe were torn apart and didn't come together around those lavish banquet tables. People who grew up, either the child or the parent, without enough means, money, resources to buy those gifts that kids see other families getting. There's so many things that kind of get in the way of people's enjoyment of this time. And some people just flat out can't stand the whole commercialism that has happened to Christmas. And we have a lot of people say, let's put the real meaning back in to Christmas. But even that is personal. The real meaning of Christmas is personal to each one of us. There is no one particular meaning, although there are people who would try to get it to mean only one thing. But it doesn't. There's lots of meaning. For me personally, I've had a little bit of both. I've experienced the joy of childhood Christmases that were very, very good. And as I've grown older, I've struggled with the meaning. What does all this mean? What's this all commercialism and the commercials about buying your loved one Mercedes-Benzes and stuff like that? Not that there's anything wrong with that, But it just seems like, wow, really? Sorry, I can't buy you a Mercedes this year. How about some homemade cookies? That's what I do. There's people who are struggling with what does it mean in terms of their spirituality. People who grow up with a religious faith that now they're going, I don't know about that. Where do I fit? And so what it does for me is it expands my awareness of all different experiences. And I allow it to make me more compassionate. And I share that with you so that you can do the same. When you hear or listen to another person who struggled with finding meaning in Christmas, can you be compassionate to them? If you hear somebody who flat out doesn't like the holidays much at all, can you have compassion for them? Can you listen to what somebody else has to say about it? Maybe just be a listening ear for somebody to figure out, what does this mean to me? What does this mean to me now? Even those of us in this room who might have had a really strong sense of what it does mean, it might be changing even now. Who knows? So with this idea of meaning being very present with me, I thought I wanted to ask a few of you, what does it actually mean to you? So how do you find meaning this time of year? Or what things for you do you sort of embrace so that it has some sort of meaning for you? Anybody would like to be brave enough to just raise your hand and share it out loud? How do you find meaning, or what is the meaning for you personally this time of year? I'm very patient. Is it?
I think it's family and it's sharing and it's gratitude.
Family and sharing and gratitude. Nice. Good. Who else? Now that you broke the ice. How do you find meaning, or what is the meaning for you? Annalisa.
It changed for me once I became a parent.
Yes?
You got a child, and so the dynamic changed.
Yeah, can you say a little bit about how it changed?
Well, I was a bit more festive, and I had to learn more about Santa Claus. And
more festive.
I enjoy all the food and to the togetherness of family.
Yeah. So having Ryan took on a different meaning for you. You got to see it through his eyes. And
yeah.
Nice.
Definitely.
Nice. Who else wants to share? Jen.
For me, it means a time of year when people are really focused on goodwill towards all people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even where I work, they collect toys and money for our patients that don't have anything, and the nurses pick out the ones that are the most needy, and that whole thing, to me, that's what it's all about, is caring about each other.
Yeah. Kindness and caring.
Yeah.
Love it. Who else? Sarah.
The celebration and the thankfulness for God sharing His Son with us.
Ah, interesting. So thankfulness and gratitude for God sharing His Son with us. Thank you. We know we're all sons and daughters of God as well. Nice. Who else would like to share about meaning? Is there anybody who has really struggled to find it and now can say, this is what I have found? Anybody have that experience that it shifted somehow? Candy?
We're trying to establish different traditions, new traditions, because the makeup of our family changed somewhat, and so I'm trying to be more focused on people, and things that the family can do, other people, the family can put together.
Yes.
So, along with
So you said two things. So your family dynamics have changed. So you're trying to establish some new rituals or traditions,
right.
and it sounds like expanding your circle outward a little further.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Leslie.
I was just thinking that I've been going around singing with my choir group in different nursing homes and assisted living places, and so I say that when we do that, it triggers a lot of memories for older people, and it's quite moving, but I think that means a lot to me that we touched them with
Yeah. To know that you've made a difference in someone else's day.
Yeah, and
Touch them.
that they've actually responded to it with some have shared their choir experiences and things like that. So you really touch people you didn't know. They're not family, they're not friends, but that connection with music.
Yeah, nice. Connection with music is big. Anybody else want to share one? Oh, sorry. Thank you, Tracy.
And I think for me, studying the different religions over time and moving myself spiritually from one tradition to another and back to another and playing with all of that, for me, the common meaning is always the light. That the light is always the symbol, and the light is found everywhere and in everyone.
Yeah.
So the name doesn't matter. The name of the holiday, the name of the person, the name of the place, the name of the religion, it's all light.
It's all light.